So let's check out the volquartsen barrel first. This is how it comes out of the box. Very nice. Nice stainless steel. It has a thread protector. And the first time I checked this out, the edges are very sharp, and as I was turning it this way, ended up with a cut on my thumb there. So for people having this and unboxing it for the first time, just be very careful with it. The comp is here, and it threads on there very nicely. I haven't done it yet. And this is the thread protector. It has a washer between the thread protector and the barrel itself. And I've asked volquartsen if you're supposed to use that washer with it, with this comp, and the answer was yes. So we'll see how that works out. Now I became interested in getting this aftermarket barrel after seeing the video of 22 Plinkster. It was a very nice setup, and he's right. After you tighten it down, the seam is hard to see. That's how good the machining is how he put it. So it is pretty good machining right there. Now, with the Smith & Wesson Victory 22, when I got it, I had really high hopes for it. It had this nice green fiber optic dot sights, but I found that I didn't really actually hit any better with it compared to my old Ruger Mark II 22 long rifle. In fact, after a while, I decided to put some permanent marker on the green dot and see if that'll improve my shooting, and it did. I just don't shoot that very well with it compared to my Mark II because of the flare from the fiber optic sights. But for some people that'll work better. Now when I'm not shooting very well, I'm talking about 50 yards and 25 yards shooting, and shooting 4-inch targets and 6-inch targets. 4-inch at 25 yards and 6-inch at 50 yards with it offhand. So we'll start removing the barrel on this stock Smith & Wesson Victory. Close the bolt, and there's a takedown screw over here that, for most people that have had this for a while, will notice that as you shoot it, it sometimes has a tendency to work its way loose. So I've had to do my good German torque, good and tight, to make sure it stays put. I haven't put any Loctite on it, but that's what some people are doing. Some people have put in a small lock washer there. I just left it as is. But you just unscrew this screw there, and you can lift this up and pull it out, and there you have it apart for cleaning. Now normally for cleaning that's all you do, but we're going to be putting on this new barrel, so we have to take out that other screw. Now I haven't done this before, there's no point. I did not have a replacement barrel, so we'll see. But from what I understand, it should take the same Allen wrench for it, which it does. This Allen wrench is from my Dillon. It's one of my wrenches at the back of the Dillon 550 that I have. So let's see about removing this stock barrel. Comes apart fairly easily. Maybe I should have checked and see if that was loose before, but it seems tight enough. So we'll see how this works out. Let's remove that. And this should come apart, right? And as you can see, it's never been cleaned before. So before I proceed any further, let me clean off that that face of that receiver before I put on the new barrel on it. Now we have blue gloves. If I had to oil it, I didn't want to get oil on my camera, which is a GoPro, and we'll see how that works out. But I put some oil there to prevent it from seizing. And so there should be only one way for this to come in, and it has that shape like this and this, and so you just mate it. And once it's in, again, put in that screw, and that should take care of it. And as mentioned, it uses the same Allen wrench, which should be a 1/8 Allen wrench. And again, make it tight. I asked the guy in volquartsen if there's a specific torque setting for it, and he said there isn't. Just make sure that it's tight and it doesn't back off. So we'll just make sure that's tight like so. I'm always leery of torquing it too much and stripping any threads, but that'll probably be enough. And now it's a nicer looking top end. I thought, even though it's very functional, the looks of the previous setup were kind of stubby and short, and this looks much better. But without a comp, the barrel length is just slightly longer, but not by much visually. But with the comp in place, I think it makes for a sleeker looking pistol. There is a screw here, and the barrel is drilled and tapped to accept a front sight, factory front sight, and that would have been ideal, I thought. Slightly longer barrel, longer sight radius, but right now I'm going to use it without the front sight, and I have to use a red dot on it, which is why I bought the ultradot. So for now, let's return this to the frame, and again, just putting it like so, and inserting it like so. And now we put the screw back in. And as I mentioned, this has a tendency to work its way loose. And if your accuracy seems to be getting worse, it may not necessarily be you getting tired, but rather just the screw working its way loose. So again, just making sure that's tight. So far it looks like it is. No play whatsoever. And again, as mentioned, there is no bullet in the chamber. Looks nice. I have a tendency to like guns that look like they have a longer barrel. It just looks like a cooler gun. So next thing to do is we're going to be taking off this top sight rail, and this one I haven't done. It accepts a different Allen wrench. So let's check out the other one, which is a 332, and see if that's just right size, and it sure is. So just unscrew this. Again, first time that this one is being removed. And from everything I've read, if you take it on and take it off, it keeps it 0. So let's see how this works. Front sight finally came off. Had to tap it with a mallet here slightly in order for it to release, but that thing was supposed to catch over there, and in the other videos you've seen, it should be something very easy to do, but apparently not in my gun. So there's all the oil I normally would put on the side. I don't know if that's factory oil or me oiling the gun in between. I don't recall putting that much over it, so, but of course it may have seeped through underneath. So that's how it looks over there. We'll put in this base here, and as you can see, there's a recess there. So pull it, and then just line it up. That should take care of that. Which I can see, it doesn't seem to line up too much, or too perfectly rather. So let's see how this works out. I hope this rail fits perfectly and isn't loose, otherwise it'll lead to some additional wobble on that red dot that I'm planning on putting on over there. Tighten it down. Now we're going to go to the next unboxing, which is this ultradot. I asked opinions from the forum what would be a good choice to make as a red dot for this gun, and a lot of the replies were for Burris Fastfire 2, which seems like a good red dot, but they're pretty much in the same price range. The reason why I like this better is that most other red dots will have one reticle. This one you have choices of different ones, and if I find that the 3 MOA red dot is a little bit too big for me, then this will allow me to use 2 MOA red dot. And if I find that I don't shoot that well with it, I can go to 2, 4, 6, 8 MOA. And then you have other reticle patterns with it. I've never opened this up, so we'll see how it looks. So this is how she looks mounted.